guys, this go around I checked out the movie A Cure for Wellness. I think it was Rotten Tomatoes said that it's a smart thriller for dumb people or something like that, which I get where they're coming from, but I don't really know if I agree or disagree with, to be completely honest. It's about this guy who, in the very beginning, somebody passes away, which he's relevant, but not totally relevant. He passes away, a new guy steps into his role in the business that he works with, and somehow or another it's determined that he has to go to this mental health facility to find the original guy, not the guy who just passed away, but the original guy, to come back and sign some documents to take care of some loose ends and tie things up and together. So he does, and he goes to this mental health facility, and it kind of hits the fan from there, because it's, I call this the tale as old as time. There's the haunted house or the haunted facility that everybody goes in, but nobody comes out. It's given to you under that idea. So they send him there, he goes there, and he's Mr. Tough Businessman. He gets what he needs. And he goes in and he's like, I'm not gonna take no for an answer. I need to see this guy. And somehow, okay, seriously, business law 101, word up to Dr. Nars, you learn that you read things before you sign them. So he goes into this mental health facility and he just asks to visit this guy that he's come there to bring back. And the nurse lady tells him, well, visiting hours are over. So he's like, well, can I speak to a supervisor? Because he wants to get everything done and whatever. Well, she goes, sure, let me see what I can do. So she comes and she brings back this form that he has to fill out and sign just for visiting hours. And I was like, now I have not visited a ton of people in my day in hospitals, but I have definitely visited my fair share. And cattail. And the majority of what you do is you sign your name, your name and the time that you came in and who you were visiting. What he signed is literally this whole paper with a few paragraphs up above it, his name and the date. That didn't strike you as odd? And the reason I'm dwelling on this is because it becomes relevant later in the movie. He was essentially signing his own I want to come to this facility to be treated here form. And I don't know if a lot of people got duped that way into being there, but the facility was created there because there's something to do with the water, and it's magical healing properties. And you find out that there was this baron that owned it forever ago, and the villagers got mad at him and came up and killed his wife, and took his wife was pregnant at the time, and really his wife was his sister, and she was pregnant at the time because he wanted to keep the bloodline pure and all this other stupid mess. And so you find out that his wife was pregnant at the time, and they took the baby out, threw the baby in the water, but the baby survived. And this was over 200 years ago or some other kind of mess. And through the whole movie, there's been this kid there, who you assume is a kid because she looks only about 14, maybe 15. Turns out that that's, the kid from 200 years ago that was thrown in the water. But they found some other kind of way that you filter the water as it goes through people. It's something to do with eels, that when you take it, you don't age. But the Baron kind of did age because he was burned by the villagers 200 years ago because the villagers didn't like him, and he was burned, so he had some kind of a mask thing on, so nobody knew how old he was, and really he was. And then at one point he took it down. It was not cute. So anyhow, and he's trying to keep his bloodline pure. So since he had a daughter, I'll kind of let you figure out where he was trying to go with that. And the guy going back that came to get the other businessman out and save the day and be Mr. I'm gonna do what I've got to do, he ends up coming in and saving the day, so to speak. I'll give this one three cat heads. Apparently my cat wants to give it a tail. I'll give it 3 cat heads. It was good. It could have been better because, like I said, there was so much that happened that was kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, and you were like, wait a minute, what? You know, and I'm not saying that I'm someone who needs it to like focus on that for 15 or 20 minutes, but it was just a quick blurb, and it was something that was important. Like, for example, this dude is the same guy from 200 years ago that was burned to death. All this other stuff, and and it was like they didn't really explain how the water was filtered into the people with the eels and all this other stuff. Like, they just kind of said, oh, he figured out a way to filter it, but it has to go through people first. And then he's like hooking up his hose to a dude, and like an eel's going in him. I wasn't really like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just something that I was kind of going, what just happened? And I even rewound it because I thought maybe I missed like a key piece. You know, maybe, I don't know, I was doing something else and then that was the part that I missed. Nope, you didn't miss nothing. They went on and on about too much. It really didn't need to go on and on about, and not on and on enough about things that did need to go on and on about. So that's why 3. Had it have been a little more in-depth and explained, I would say 4. But there you have it. So anyhow, that movie was A Cure for Wellness. So hit the like button, subscribe, and leave me comments. Let me know some other movies to review. And I'll see you guys later.